Good morning, America. Delighted to have you here on this Wednesday morning. My name is Scott Murray alongside David Hamilton, and we welcome you to the America's Future Series National Security Cyber, Land, Air, Sea, and Space Symposium. Delighted to have each and every one of you here. We're going to be here for the better part of the day, so settle back and enjoy all the incredible guests that you're about to meet. They really are above and beyond. People that you've come to know, some new ones that you probably have not heard of, but they all have incredible things to share with us about making our country even greater than it is today. Let me first of all introduce to you the story about America's Future Series and how it all came to be. America's Future Series is a strongly nonpartisan international speaker series founded back in 2010, so it's been around for over a decade. The support from T. Boone Pickens, Ross Perot Sr., Randall Stevenson, and other great leaders in our country. Its mission is to help America become a stronger, more generous, and certainly more noble country. A cornerstone of this mission is to help ensure that America and its allies remain the strongest military, economic, and political powers in the entire world. Staying competitive in critical technologies, educating and certainly training a competitive workforce, equipping our warfighters with the best capabilities possible, and then understanding the greatest threats to our national security and world peace are all critical areas of focus for our events during the course of the year. And to that end, we invite national and certainly international leaders as well in industry, economics, research, defense, investing, and government to share their great wisdom with us all, best practices, and find ways to collaborate for the common good. Today's America's Future Series National Security Summit features incredible panels of top leaders providing valuable insights and solutions for our country's most pressing strategic challenges. So that said and done, that gives you a little something about the America's Future Series and what we're going to be doing today. As I said, I'd like to introduce to you this gentleman to my right, David Hamilton. You say, Scott, I think I know this fella. I've been a part of this before. You're right. He is the founder and the CEO of the America's Future Series, so certainly responsible for all of us being here today. He is a serial entrepreneur, strategist, consultant, economist, philanthropist, and advocate for our military and certainly all of their families. The America's Future Series mission is to help make America a strong, more noble, and more generous nation. Now, keep in mind, we are a nonpartisan speaker series, which has raised over, and I'm most impressed with this figure each and every time I share it with someone, over $6.5 million in donations and proceeds for worthy causes. We have facilitated strategic introductions, fostered partnerships, challenged the status quo, and certainly helped move the needle in ensuring that the U.S. and its allies remain the most powerful political, economic, and military powers in the entire world. For over 11 years now, the America's Future Series has brought together some of the most respected national and international leaders to discuss strategies, policies, and approaches to improve U.S. global competitiveness and national security. Innovation, collaboration, and overcoming barriers are central to these discussions. So without any further ado, my co-host here, but the man that's responsible for all of us being here, our good friend, David Hamilton. Take it away, Mr. CEO. How are you? Great to see you.
Great to see you. Thank you so much. And this is why we have you, because you do such a fantastic job with this sort of thing.
You.
I would be tripping over myself. So
you do just fine. Don't even go there.
A true professional, et cetera. And I have to say, what a great human being you are. You do all these sorts of things for us, but you do them for hundreds of other organizations, serve on so many boards, raise so much money for charity. Anyway, like I said, he's the hardest working man in philanthropy and in this sort of thing.
And
so
you can become my new agent with all those.
Oh, absolutely.
Thank
I've now
you,
applied.
David. I'm truly honored to be here. So this is for the military. It's for our betterment in our country. So I'm right behind you. Whatever you say, Scott, we need this done. It's done.
Well, thank you for having us here in your studios. Thank you for all your technical support, Justin, your son Doug. You guys do an amazing job. And if anyone ever wants to put something like this on live, in person, remote, whatever, Murray Mead is the group to do it with.
Well, thank you very much. I'm most proud of my son. When he graduated from Baylor University a few years back, he said, Dad, we ought to start a television production company together. That was his major, was television film and what have you. So we started an AV event company and do all kinds of events. Now virtually, and we kind of change things. Have a brand new studio, our anchor desk here, and of course, after spending 30 years on the news desk as a news anchor, I'm delighted to be alongside you. So thank you very much, David. Murray Media and my son Doug and I are most proud to be a part of it.
Yeah, we're proud to be associated with you, sir. And I thought really quick I'd let people know that this is our last event of the season. for this year. This is the capstone. It's the Cyber, Land, Air, Sea, and Space Symposium. We are going to have a series in the spring. We're very, very excited about honoring General Dunford with the Magellan Award in the name of Maggie Magellan, our 103-year-old friend who passed away last year. General Petraeus will host that event. It'll be at the Bush Center. We plan on having Ken Hirsch, who runs that. Also, hopefully, President Bush will be able to join us. I know he was wanting to come in December. COVID and other things made us move that back. But anyway, so that's going to be really exciting. So please be on the lookout for the Magellan Award dinner and also the 5-Star Award dinner. That'll be the same evening. We've combined the two, and we're going to honor Henry Kravis and KKR for their 100,000 jobs Vets at Work program for KKR and with our 5-Star award. So
that's awesome.
Please look
that's
for that.
awesome. Oh yeah, that's it. Really is exciting. And you talk about Mr. Magellan, the incredible, most decorated airman in the 82nd Airborne. I mean, he was above and beyond. 103 years old when he passed. So
he
talk
denied
about
that he
a
was
legacy, huh?
he denied that he was the inspiration for GI Joe, but I think that's a lie. I think he was. I think he was GI Joe.
Whatever works.
Yeah. So I want to thank our sponsors. I have a big shout out. I mean, when it comes to thanking your sponsors, people kind of do that rote, et cetera, right? No, this thing literally doesn't happen without TMGcore, JD and Wright, Viasat with Craig Miller, with Jason Kim and Millennium Space Systems, one of our big advertisers. By the way, they're hiring. If you want a job in space, you need to look at Millennium Space Systems, part of Boeing, right?
Yeah, well, they are our sponsors, but they've become a part of the team.
Yeah,
they really have, and that's what's special.
Yeah,
there's a lot of sponsors out there, but
things,
it's
they
great.
Invite people, they speak.
Absolutely.
So yeah, they do all sorts of
spot
amazing
on,
work.
David.
So without further ado, I think we ought to get started. And if you would, please introduce Harry Ratage, our longtime
I certainly
friend.
would. Oh, he's the best. Lieutenant General Harry Ratage, and for those of you that have been with us before, you certainly know who he is. Chief Executive Officer of the National Cyber Center and Cybersecurity Center, a national-level nonprofit organization that provides collaborative cybersecurity knowledge and services to this great nation we all call home, the United States. General Ratage is also a senior counselor with the Cohen Group, a former director of the Defense Information Systems Agency and manager of the National Communication System. And throughout his incredible career, he has worked at executive levels in communications, command and control, emergency preparedness, cyberspace and cybersecurity, continuity of government, and in satellite, space, information, and network operations. The list goes on and on and on. Most impressive. Lieutenant General, thank you so much again for being a part of our day today. Always great to see you.
Great to see you too, Scott, and thank you for that nice introduction. And let me add my welcome to everyone who's able to join us here today. And let me just say, and in recognition today, happy birthday to the Marines. And for tomorrow, let me wish happy Veterans Day to everyone who has served our nation. Let me just mention that, again, this event, as David has mentioned, is our capstone event of this calendar year. And it is so exciting. This America's Future series of symposia and summits has just been a real pleasure to be part of this entire year and each year, frankly. And I've been really looking forward to this one all year since its initial planning. And let me just point out the planning with David Hamilton, Michelle Pearson, our co-host today, Admiral Paul Becker, the entire America's Future Series staff. They have really gone above and beyond yet again in putting together this star-studded group of speakers. And for Scott, you at Murray Studios, thanks for your continuing outstanding support in making us look professional. In my case, as professional as I possibly can, both in looks and in sound quality. So thank you very much. It's wonderful to be with you here today, and I'm really looking forward to our day together and hearing these wonderful national security leaders speak about their areas of expertise. Thank you. Over to you.
Well, you are most welcome, Lieutenant General, and thank you, because you're as much a part of this as David and I are, and we can't thank you again for your continued support and participation during the course of the year. It's just, it's above and beyond. It really is.
Yeah,
he's just great.
Served on our board of advisors for many years, has helped bring in luminaries, has hosted like he is today.
He is a member of the team, no question about that.
Yep, absolutely.
Nope.
Okay, so we'd like to bring on, I think, Rear Admiral Becker.
Okay, are you ready to
If
move
we
on?
could, Paul. Hello, sir.
Good morning, shipmates.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, indeed.
It's a T3 day, as I like to say. And
Oh.
maybe you can tell people what T3 is sometime. Maybe today would be great. But anyway, great to have you here, sir.
My honor.
So you're a host of this event with the good general, and do a great deal of leadership training and have a great deal of expertise in this sort of thing. We want to thank you for helping organize and encourage people to participate in these programs.
I'm a longtime member, first-time host. So I'm moving up the ladder. It's really quite an all-star lineup. You know. And it's also my honor, you know, as we approach Veterans Day, to have worked with, you know, many of these veterans who are on the roster. What attracted me and request to host this session is the title, Cyber, Land, Air, Sea, Space. As a former director for intelligence, a J2, my last 3 jobs in Afghanistan, the Pentagon, and in the Pacific Command, right? These were the topics I wanted to bring to the table and talk with my operational counterparts every day, right? As an Intel pro, I wanted to know, what is the enemy doing here? What don't they want us to know? That's not the focus of this class capstone symposium, but it'll be very interesting to our audience to hear, what are we doing to maintain decision advantage and operational advantage through the course of the day, through commercial applications as well as government applications. So really excited to be a part of things.
Well, thank you, sir. And both of you have been involved in a lot of joint domain working to ensure that everything works seamlessly between all of the different commands, all of the different branches. So you guys have been at the forefront of that, pioneers in that. And so on behalf of the United States, I would like to thank you both for your distinguished careers, especially in that area, bringing it all together and make sure that we're a cohesive fighting force.
Thank you, David.
Thank you both. Have a great day. We'll see you again soon.
Hoorah.
Hoorah. So now we're going to bring up Colonel Milne, right?
Yes, we sure are.
A distant relation to Milne, who wrote Winnie the Pooh, right?
That's it. Yeah. Well, I don't know if there is any relation.
Well, he told me.
He did. That is legit. Oh, I thought.
That, yeah.
See, I thought you were just kidding.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, that's. Oh, God. A. Milne.
A. Milne. Yeah.
A. Milne. No kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were
It's a
just.
small world.
I thought you were fudging around with me. That's great.
So, Colonel, are you with us right now? Let's bring up the Colonel. Hello, sir.
Hello.
There he is. We hear him. Will we see him?
Yeah, let's see what buttons are working. There we go.
We have you 5x5, sir.
Good morning. And I'm sad to say that the general stole my thunder, but
He did, didn't he?
he really did.
But you know what? You can
as
do
a-
it again, sir, because, you know, we have people joining all the time, right?
That's
It's early in the
absolutely
morning.
right.
So go ahead.
So before I start, I'd like to, of course, recognize the Marine Corps High Holy Day today, which is our 246th birthday. I'm in Manhattan today. I'm going to be joined by another couple Marines. We'll get together like all good Marines do. If there's more than 2 of you, have some cake and celebrate the birthday for our Corps. So thank you for inviting me today to this presentation. David, Scott, you guys have continuously put on just world-class events. I can't be more honored to be at the beginning of what is another world-class event. The lineup you have and the content and all the subject matter experts is astounding. So thanks for this, and I hope to see it continue going on and being a part of it as we go forward.
Well, wonderful. So if you would, please tell folks a little bit about the Dixon Center. You know, we always try to showcase a worthy cause, a worthy nonprofit that supports our military and their families. And you are our charity of choice. You guys are the bee's knees experts, the good housekeeping seal of approval. You know, if someone needs to understand anything about veteran programs and how to help our veterans, you guys are the guys. So if you would talk a little bit about the Dixon Center, how you guys work and how you guys are making a huge difference.
Sure. My business partner, David Sutherland, Colonel David Sutherland, started Dixon Center in 2012, and really a response to a question after the surge in Iraq and some of the challenges in the late 2008, 2009, 2007 timeframe. And really it was a response to a discussion going on around the country is how, American people want to know how to help veterans and those touched by military service, but just weren't really sure how. So we formed a center, and the center works with organizations and individuals, public, private, small, large, in urban areas and rural areas, to try and connect resources to needs for the noble purpose of ensuring that veterans and those touched by military service can succeed in the communities that they live in across the country. Not every veteran is challenged. Most do very, very well, but there are some that just need some assistance to really thrive in their communities. And that's what Dixon Center does. And we do that in 3 areas primarily. One is called Work with Purpose, which is all things about employment, living wage jobs, full benefits, training, licensing, credentialing. So we can transition service members and recently departed service members from their period where they have a stable financial life to one of predictability as they leave the service with high wage, high paying jobs. The second area we focus on is what we call Heal with Honor. And it really focuses on, many of you probably know about the 8 dimensions of wellness, but it's really taking care of all those aspects of our life, whether it be physical, emotional, spiritual, economic, you can go through the list, but things that touch those to make sure, again, that people aren't facing barriers in the communities and can thrive. The third area is living with hope, fighting the scourge of veteran homelessness, fighting the scourge of unfair housing practices, targeting veterans and those touched by military service. That's the thumbnail of what we do. But again, we work with organizations to increase their impact in their communities based on their resources, requirements, and desires in all the communities across the country.
Well, sir, you're my favorite nonprofit. I'm unabashed about that. Because you're like, I guess it's BASF used to have those ads. We don't make the product, we make the product better, right? And
Right.
we have a philosophy which is let's not reinvent the wheel. Let's help the best wheels roll faster. In 2000, in 2010, we started this and we looked at all the nonprofits. There were 28,000 nonprofits registered with the IRS in Dallas, Fort Worth alone, and over 40,000, right? Sea of Goodwill stuff, you guys working with Admiral Mullen and all that. There are 40,000 plus organizations dedicated to serving in some form or fashion our military, our veterans. And I thought to myself, my gosh, should a veteran want for anything? I mean, with all that, well, they're not all the same, right? Some are better than others, et cetera. And we thought, man, I'm not going to reinvent the wheel and start another nonprofit. I'm going to try to help those that are doing a great job and raise awareness and for them and connect them with people that might have the wherewithal to give, right? So that's exactly what you guys do. You help, you make other people better. You're a force multiplier.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right, David. And the challenge, the generosity of the American people is also part of the challenge in providing clarity as to where veterans, transitioning service members, and their families and the families of fallen can reach out in their communities. What we don't want to do is create more programs, but what we want to do is take this huge landscape of human service programs and merely integrate veterans and those touched by military service into those existing programs. It increases efficiencies, increases impact, and that's really what we're trying to do. And again, every community is different, just like every veteran's different. Augusta, Maine is not Augusta, Georgia. And, we can't talk about us without talking about family. So it's a big, very challenging ecosystem that we try and work with partners to make sure that they can reach their goals and their capacity.
Well, yes, sir. As the son of a military officer, did over 3 tours in Nam, raised by a single mom after that, the military life of our families, the life that they go through, their service is really important. I got to experience that. And the fact that you work on the whole system, not just the veteran, but their families is really, really important. And, I was really touched by the story of how the Dixon Center got founded. The story of Donnie Dixon and Colonel Sutherland, et cetera, and your great work. And so we're looking forward to, in the spring, honoring Colonel Sutherland and the Dixon Center with our Military Philanthropic Leadership Award. And I hope everyone will join that. And I hope everyone will look to the Dixon Center. And if you would, I'll make a shameless plug, etc. You guys need to give. You need to support financially the great work of the Dixon Center. And I hope that people will do that. So if you would, sir, please give them your website and tell them how they can
I sure
donate.
will. I sure will. I'm going to finish off with that.
Yeah.
www.dixoncenter, all one word, .org. And you can go to our donate page, look at our work. If you have any questions, all our contact information is on there. You reach out to myself, our Director of Development, or Colonel Sutherland as well. I want to finish just with 2 points real quick and coming up thinking of Veterans Day. I was on a webinar yesterday and I was very frustrated because what we continue to do is talk about veterans as a demographic, especially when we're in DC. And we talk about veterans as a demographic, as a population. And what we fail to do time and time again in public policy and in resources is think as a veteran as an individual is going out and working with those individuals. And I think that's where people fall in the gaps. My second point on Veterans Day tomorrow is for everyone who's listening out there, engage the veterans in your circle, in your family, your friends, but engage them more deeply than a thank you for your service. Please engage them and peel a layer of the onion back and ask them what they did. Ask them where they served. They'll tell you about their buddies on their left and the right. They probably won't talk about themselves, but you never know when you're talking to a veteran that's on the abyss, that is in a very dark place, and you have the opportunity to pull them back from that abyss by helping them meaningfully re-engage with society.
Excuse me, Microsoft Outlook needs your attention.
Apparently. That's what I'd like to do. Yeah, just go ahead and have that second level conversation other than just a hand wave for Veterans Day. And let's make every day Veterans Day. That's an old honored phrase again, but think one more time of veterans as individuals, not a demographic that needs to be maneuvered.
Amen.
That's good advice. Oh, tremendous advice. I MC, as you well know, the Veterans Day kickoff here in Dallas every year for the Veterans Day Parade. And we're doing it virtually this year because of, all that we've endured the last couple of years. And to do the interviews that we did with some of the generals and the admirals and the people that were there. And just, we even going back to World War II, a fellow that's 96 years old was at Iwo Jima, Don Graves, who you well know. And just to listen to them. And it's just, you stand back and you say, this is what America should be. This is what it's all about. And thank you. And then, as you said, peel back the onion skin. And you're absolutely right. It's so much more than just saying thanks for your service. Yeah. It's being involved in doing whatever you can. Yeah, you got it.
To be connected.
For sure. Yeah.
So, Colonel, we thank you so much for your great work. We appreciate your being here, and we look forward to seeing you further down the road.
Yeah, I look forward to seeing this great program today. Again, you guys hit it out of the park every time, and you've done it again.
Well, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
So what's up next, sir? Are we bringing on J.D. Enright? Is that our next plan?
We can do that. I think you know him, do you not?
I know J.D. I'm a huge fan.
He's become a member of the family as well, hasn't he?
He's a leader. He has vision. He is community-minded. I mean, we're very proud to be associated with such a great company.
No question.
And he's live there from where they make these amazing computers. So
indeed he is.
It's great to have JD. JD, it's great to have you here, sir.
Let me tell the world a little something about JD. Stand by if you might, sir. JD Enright is CEO of TMGcore. It's a dedicated business professional. JD has nearly 30 years of experience working with multinational private and public sector organizations to execute strategic growth initiatives in emerging markets and technologies. And he has specialized leadership in developing next-generation HPC platforms, global blockchain strategies, biotechnology, viral cell and gene therapies, and market intelligence assimilation. I mean, there's got to be something else I could add to that. That's incredible. Thank you, sir, for being here this morning. JD, it's good to see you. David and I are delighted to have you on board again. Welcome.
Great to be here, Scott and David. Really wonderful. Another fantastic day ahead of us here at American Future Series. I know the last two were overwhelming. I've seen all of the chatter and feedback and response and Q&As on LinkedIn and over the last month or so. Wonderful experience. We've got Veterans Day tomorrow, so very excited about that. A lot of celebrations going on and recognition for those who served, either directly or indirectly. Yeah, I join you here right from Plano, Texas, right here at TMGcore's manufacturing headquarters. Wonderful to be a sponsor. I'm excited to be participating today. I know I'll be introducing Congressman Pete Sessions today. I've got a fireside chat with General Murray. That was a very exciting opportunity for me to have question and answer with him. And so just looking forward to today.
Well, sir, we really appreciate this. This literally, truly does not happen without you as our title sponsor for the past 3 events. And your actual participation and leadership and speaking and hosting and moderating has been very, 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 very valuable. So we thank you for all of that. And if anybody needs some great computing power, I think I can see some examples of that. Everybody needs to reach out to TMGcore.
Right here.
Right there. Made in the US. Yes, sir.
Made in USA, 100%, yes.
Thank you for being here, sir. And by the way, I think we have a little video. I think we ought to show that.
Yeah, no, that'd be great.
Yeah, the TMGcore.
Go for it, TMGcore.
Well, we'll talk to you later in the day, sir. We're going to show this little TMGcore video.
Looking forward to it.
Imagine a world where the most advanced high-performance computing technology is at your fingertips. A world where everyone has access to the best healthcare without leaving their living room. Where a city is intelligently connected and where artificial intelligence is democratized. Envision a world where national defense, intelligence, and disaster relief efforts save more lives via real-time situational awareness. Where discovery and utilization of natural resources is more efficient and all students around the world have access to unlimited resources and next-generation technology. Imagine a world with zero latency, a world that leverages distributed networks and thrives on edge computing. These things are contingent upon accessing, accumulating, processing, and storing tremendous amounts of data that must be interpreted as fast as possible.
However, technologies aren't as advanced as they could be because optimal performance is hindered by current cooling solutions. Have you ever experienced dropped phone calls, a lag in your Maps application causing you to miss your exit, or a transaction not going through?
Currently, these technologies rely on air to be cooled, which has proven to be inefficient due to the thermodynamics of air as a heat rejection vehicle. In some cases, air is not even capable of cooling today's processors, let alone future processors. Additionally, the reliance on air cooling requires more space, more power, more real estate, and ultimately more resources.
Technology innovation has pushed air-cooled computing to its limit, effectively stalling Moore's Law, which states computing power doubles every 18 to 24 months. This in turn has prevented many technologies from thriving. Think self-driving cars, smart cities, instantaneous financial transactions, facial recognition, AI, machine learning, and real-time imaging.
TMGcore is dedicated to focusing on the art of the possible, reinvigorating Moore's Law and delivering solutions that evolve current technologies, ushering in future innovations to enable everyone, everywhere.
Two-phase liquid immersion computing is the latest evolution of thermal solution technologies. In this passive method, processors are immersed in dielectric fluid, which acts as a heat rejection vehicle. Due to its superior thermodynamic properties over air, two-phase liquid immersion computing increases density, thus allowing better processor performance and enabling technologies to advance.
Using this process, we have developed fully integrated solutions for extreme computing densities. Our platforms feature state-of-the-art hardware and software solutions allowing for global deployments to be remotely managed and operated, including configurations featuring lights-out autonomous robotic operations, which ultimately reduces resources needed.
Our award-winning collaboration with chip manufacturers and OEM server providers are evolving current technologies and creating new processors to enable future computing. In our cutting-edge lab, we also work with leading fluid manufacturers to push the limits of current offerings and develop more advanced solutions.
TMGcore is committed to bringing the future forward and evolving today's technology into tomorrow. A world where the most advanced high-performance computing technology is at your fingertips. Are you auto ready?
Oh, that was great, wasn't it?
It was great.
Yeah, it really was. Thank you so much. We really appreciate that. That was wonderful. I'm looking for JD. I don't know if he's out there. If
No, I think JD's gone.
he's
but,
gone, he's gone.
So yeah,
Okay.
I really like the bubbles at the end because
I'm back. I'm
There
right
he
here.
is. There he
the
is.
secret is liquid cooling, right, sir?
It is, yeah, two-phase in particular. It's the most efficient way and most reliable way to cool high-performance computing, really high-performance computing.
Yeah, you
So
guys
we
have
can-
taken an entire
we can put
data
it-
center and put it on the back of a truck, right?
We put it in a truck.
In a truck.
truck. So yes, in a truck, and we're putting it in places that you wouldn't imagine. We're putting it in places that basically hide in plain sight, so that you'd never know there was a data center high-performance computing node there. So it's very uninvasive. And then we have other systems that are designed for hyperscale systems. So it allows for a decentralized distributed nodal network that is geared towards national defense and national security applications as well, so that bad actors can't take down an entire network. So you can create a nodal network, a mesh network. It is the most advanced type of high performance computing that exists.
They can't hit you if they can't find you, right, sir?
Yeah, that's true.
That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
I am not a
Precisely.
techie, but to listen to JD and talk about that, I'm just blown away. I go, wow.
I boil it all down to boxing.
Oh, this is
If
unbelievable.
you can't hit,
Yeah.
if they can't hit you, they can't hurt you.
You're
right?
right.
Got to see you first. So that's great, sir. We appreciate
Yeah,
you. Thank you for everything
Thanks,
you've done.
JD. Yeah, great stuff. Great stuff.
Absolutely.